Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes. Just, we always know that towards the end of certain NBA veterans' careers, if they didn't win an NBA ring at that point, then they tend to jump on a team that has a really good chance at winning the ring. So the Golden State Warriors and the Cleveland Cavaliers are pretty good examples of that. I'll probably say Cleveland Cavaliers more so, as, you know, guys like Andre Iguodala, they already have a ring with the Golden State Warriors, and I wouldn't really say he's like old or any stretch of the imagination. For this video, guys, we are going to see what if all of these players that were once the face of the NBA, or really a big part of it, what if they were still in their prime today on these teams, guys? So we're going to start with the Golden State Warriors. I'm going to go through the roster, so I updated it for the most part. Maybe there's a few that, you know, like the ratings. I'll explain it all, guys. I'll explain it all, man. Here we go. So for this team right here, first we got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green. I not mess with any of the stats of current players, because I would feel like all these guys are currently in their prime anyway. But yo, like David West, once upon a time, man, him and CP3 used to be the face of the New Orleans, it was the Hornets at the time. I remember that team. I think they had like Peja Stojakovic, there was Tyson Chandler, but David West was an all-star on that team, and I think at the time he was roughly an 88 overall. I mean, you could probably argue 90, but yeah, man, that boy would be hitting the mid-range shots. I mean, he was just a force down low. Pretty much what he does for the Golden State Warriors today, he did that all the time for the New Orleans Hornets, guys, or the, it was the Hornets, not the Pelicans anymore. So yeah, so basically just like a better version of him. Obviously, that's what a prime player is. We got Andre Iguodala, though. Like I said, I know that he won an NBA championship with Golden State already, but back when he was on like the Philadelphia 76ers and they went to the Denver Nuggets, I feel like his best year on 2K, I feel like once upon a time he was 90 overall. But you know, maybe like around like the higher 80 range might be more appropriate, but I thought 90 was good enough for him. Just an athletic freak in his time, and just a guy that could knock down the three-point shot, and really just a good playmaking small forward. He's going to do this team a lot of good. I mean, a lot more than he already does anyway. We got JaVale McGee. I mean, I feel like JaVale's playing his best basketball ever, so I didn't really change him. But yeah, guys, Shaun Livingston. I got to talk about him for a second, because Shaun Livingston was once on the Los Angeles Clippers, and he had this big-ass afro, and then he had probably what I would probably say, man, well, it's right there with Paul George's snapping his leg and everything, but Shaun Livingston had one of the worst knee injuries I've ever seen, man. He had like one of the worst knee injuries, and it was just, go look it up, guys. Look it up on YouTube. I know there's not really like any good footage of it, but man, it makes me queasy just to see. And I really do think if Shaun Livingston did not get injured like that, he basically would have been Rajon Rondo, but a lot better, you know, like a taller version of him, and probably a little bit better at offense too, because we all know we got like that post fade, which he just has nailed up, man. Like that boy knows that post fade away real good. He's not really a good shooter, like Ronald wasn't a good shooter either, but yeah, man, I think he would have just been a good offensive, a better offensive version of Rajon Rondo if he would have stayed in his primes. So we have him as the 86 overall. Matt Barnes, you know, 80, 81 overall player. He was the guy that could always shoot that three ball, but it's his defense. So really, I put up his defensive stats. And then Zaza Pachulia, I mean, he almost made the All-Star team this year. I mean, just because he's Zaza Pachulia and everything. I say 77 is pretty appropriate for him. Ian Clark, Patrick McCaw, Kevin Louis, that guy dude right there. Yeah, man. So I think all these players are pretty much accurate. So this deadly Golden State Warrior team got even more deadlier. But now let's look at the Cleveland Cavaliers. So Cleveland Cavaliers, I have Kyrie Irving, LeBron, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson all saying the same. Kyle Korver, he made an All-Star team on the Atlanta Hawks. I think was that last season or the season before. I just know, man, that he's got that three ball. So basically what I did to him is just made sure that his shooting stats were right there. He's pretty much always a good shooter, though, no matter what. I put his speed up just a tad bit, just because I know, you know, when you age, you obviously slow down. So just more like some of the like athletic aspects of Kyle Korver. Not really like an extreme athletic player, but a guy that could run around and get, you know, get the ball off the screen and whatnot. Richard Jefferson, guys, on the New Jersey Nets. Yes, man, this boy with Jason Kidd and Vince Carter, that team right there is lit as hell, dude. Like, I remember that team like it was yesterday, because I went up against my Detroit Pistons, and Richard Jefferson was a straight up savage. Like, he was athletic as hell, man. Could shoot the three ball, just good savage defense out there. 89 overall. I think that's appropriate. And once, you know, man, like once a few years ago, probably about, well, it's probably been about 10 years since he's really been dominating the NBA, but one of the better small forwards out there. And then we got Deron Williams. Deron Williams was once a player, guys, on the Utah Jazz that was compared to Chris Paul. I mean, people said, who is the better point guard, Chris Paul or Deron Williams? And then after that is when like guys like Derrick Rose came into the league, and Derrick Rose won the MVP. So they kind of shut down that conversation. Chris Paul's still being great to this day, where Deron Williams, I mean, I know he had like injuries and everything, but he had issues with the coach in Utah and just kind of fell off as soon as he got traded away. I know he's on the Brooklyn Nets, he was just ass there pretty much, but yeah, man, when he was good, he was good. Like, that man would get some assists out there and just shoot that three ball and just do everything, man, that good point guard should do. and he has some pretty crispy passes. J.R. Smith, he's all, he's a good three-point shooter right now, but he used to be extremely athletic. Used to be the cheesiest player in 2K. I think 81, 82 overall player is what he was back when he was on the Denver Nuggets, so I put him at that. Channing Frye, I didn't really change him, guys. I feel like Channing Frye, he's just always been a good stretch, like 4 player out there. Maybe you could argue, let's look at his stats here real quick. I mean, maybe you could argue maybe like an 80 overall back in like 2010, perhaps, but I kept him the same. I didn't really think it was that big a deal. So yeah, man, Iman Shumpert, same thing with him. It's like he was a little bit better on the Knicks, but maybe like a 76, so I didn't really change him up either. So I pretty much just kept like 3 players apiece for the most part. So yeah, guys, we are going to do a playoff series simulator and see how this turns out with both these teams like this. Honestly, I'm looking at these teams now, and I'm thinking, the Golden State Warriors have their starting out with David West. I guess at the time he played power forward, but so that's their big filler right there. But man, LeBron James got those playmakers out there, and Deron Williams, J.R. Smith, and Richard Jefferson now. So I think that's a big plus for them. Simulate with Simcast, game 1, and see how this goes. And so far, man, I thought, okay, damn, it's a high-scoring game. Damn, dude, 139-26. I saw that 34-point quarter in the first, and I was like, man, Cleveland gonna get it. And then Golden State put up for themselves in 42 and 37 point or halves for the Cleveland Cavaliers closeout game. Kyrie 26, Kevin Love 26 and 13, Tristan Thompson 18 and 9, Deron Williams 16 points and 7 assists, JR with 14, LeBron James crazy ass triple double, and Rich Jefferson 10 points out there. So yeah, man, pretty nice for them. I also did not change the shot tendency all that much, just because like while these players are superstars on here, they would still stay in their lane and defer to guys like LeBron James. So I thought that was fair enough. Steph Curry 32 and 13. That boy, man, David West too. 5.6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 for 8 shooting, so just didn't really shoot that well out there. And then Sean Livingston got himself 19 minutes. So really, like the really good players. I guess Andre Iguodala had a good game, but it didn't really make a big difference. Matt Barnes actually played the best out of all the bench. All right, Simulate with Simcast, game 2. Here we go, my friends. Here we go. And it looked like game 2 is going to go to the Golden State Warriors. So we got 119 to 111. High scoring games, no doubt. Richard Jefferson 10 points, JR 14. We got Channing Frye putting up 9 out there. Kevin Love 7. And decent game for Deron Williams. Kyle Korver not balling out there from that 3 ball. What's going on with that? Steph Curry 31. Andre Iguodala finally had a better game with 13 points. It's really the 6 assists that's really standing out to me. And Sean Livingston a solid 11 points. So yeah, like I said, man, these players are still going to stay in. David West 17 rebounds. Gotta say that real quick. They are still going to defer to the players though out here. All right, Simulate with Simcast, game 3. Who's going to tie, man? Who's going to break the tie? Looking like the Golden State Warriors. They're blown. Damn, 130-96. Wow, dude, look at the stats here real quick. Channing Frye lighting it up, man. Didn't even put him in his prime or anything. Rich Jefferson 6, JR 4, and Deron Williams got his 11 assists out there. What's going on with Kyle, man? The boy's starting, and now he's not getting a shot, so we got 7 shots, just shooting really bad. And, wow, JaVale McGee, 22 points. We got Andre Iguodala, 12, 6, and 4. David West has 11 rebounds. That's how he's killing out there for him. And then Sean Livingston, Matt Barnes. Also, man, Sean Livingston, I feel like his defense would have been crazy, too, if he would have stayed in his prime, just based off his height and athleticism. All right, Simulate with Simcast, game 4. See how this one's going to go. Looking like, once again, man, Golden State Warriors. Yeah, dude, I was going to say, man, I was saying the Cleveland Cavaliers was going to benefit the most from this, but I guess you really say the Golden State Warriors, their biggest weakness is probably their bench. So, yeah, they start getting some prime players like this. That's how it's going to turn out. Man, still the top-notch players really carrying the teams, though. All right, guys, 3-1 lead. Golden State, don't blow it, man. You can't blow the 3-1 lead in my video, dude. You can't do it. All right, ooh, okay, looking like, back and forth, All right, man, 118, 110, 3-2. Kevin Love, 31-11, triple-double for LeBron James. Kyle Korver finally shot nicely out there, 4 for 5 with 13 points. Richard Jefferson, 13 points himself in limited minutes. Deron Williams, 5 assists, got that bench going. J.R. Smith not really doing much out there. Steph Curry, 32, 9, 8, almost a triple-double. We got JaVale McGee, 12. We got Sean Livingston putting up 6. David West got 3 blocks out there. I don't understand, man. Like, why are these guys not shooting very well? They're just not. It's like I put up their offensive consistency, too, to make it more consistent with how they play in real life. Simulate with Simcast. This is game 6. Must win for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And looking like it's not going to be a win for them, man. Golden State Warriors, 119-96. Those were the stats looking like Rich Jefferson had his best game yet with 13 points, but still wasn't enough to help him out here. Almost a double-double for Deron Williams. But yeah, man, I don't know. I just thought it would be interesting to see some of these players just because, like, it's so interesting watching some of these guys come off the bench just like old asses now, and it's just not playing like how I remember watching them play, especially Deron Williams. Just pure trash now. But anyway, guys, hope you all enjoyed this video. Finals MVP went to, well, Stephen Curry with 27 points and about 10 assists. Hope you all enjoyed the video, though, man. Be sure to like the video and comment, or subscribe, I should say, if you're new to my channel. And, well,